What is going on, my beautiful people? Hope you guys are having an amazing day today. What we are going to be talking about in this video is being able to tap into the energy of God, the energy of life, the energy of everything that is going to make what is going to make everything happen for us in the best possible way, what is going to get you up every single day. And there's going to be a different type of energy that we're tapping into than any type of motivation, any type of anything. It's the energy of God, an energy of knowing that you're working for God, but also just being able to delight and have joy in life, and how much that actually energizes you to be able to do literally anything that you're trying to do in your life to the best of your ability. This is a concept that I heard reintroduced to me by Owen Cook, and he was talking about the fact he's an amazing communicator. He's just like great at what he does. He's just great overall at what he does, and he talks about this energy of life. The energy that you can tap into that makes you unstoppable, that makes you just go. Like, it's just a crazy type of energy that you're tapping into. And he says it's stronger than anything else. It's stronger than anything that we could, other things that we could tap into. But one of the things that he was saying about it is that it's the type of energy that you have where you're like at a love for life, at a love for God. You know, he says a love for life because I think he's trying to make sure that it doesn't rub anybody the wrong way, but it's also the energy of God where you're just so in love with stuff, you're so in love with life that all of a sudden you go outside and you just want to you want to hug a tree, you just want to love a tree so much, like you can feel the energy emanating out of that tree and you're giving that tree energy. Or you're just going outside and you see a cat and you're like just wishing the best for that cat, you're just like in love with that cat, just anything like that. But then also for yourself, and you're just like emulating that on an everyday basis, like on everything, pretty much everything that you see. That is an unlimited energy. Then all of a sudden, imagine how much energy that you're gonna have for everything that you're freaking trying to do. Like if you're trying to get work done, if you're trying to wake up, if you're trying to get past that uncomfortable spot. If you're tapped into that energy, it will be so much easier than if you're tapped into this negative energy that is always just judging yourself, beating yourself up, always just being hard on yourself, always just making it a freaking drag to have to do anything. So what we're trying to get into is tapped into that energy of life. Now, here's the thing. I have seen how much this has absolutely changed my life. And what we're trying to do is get into God's presence. And when you say God's presence, usually you think about the peace, but it's also the joy and the love of life, the love and the hope of everything, and knowing how good God is. And what this basically means is that you're going to wake up in the morning knowing that God is so good, knowing that you have trust in him, and knowing that you want to work at whatever your hands find to do heartily as for the Lord, which means working for your whole heart for the Lord. And when you're tapped into that and knowing how good God is for the opportunity to do that every single day, all of a sudden everything gets flowed from that. Like, we are overflowing with that, with the reaction that we want to actually go do stuff. It's an instant reaction of like, okay, I want to go out there and do everything I'm best I can for the Lord, and I want to work so hard. But not just that, it's like something that we can get into. A great way to get tapped into the energy of life is gratitude. Gratitude is something that gets you into the momentum of being tapped into the energy of God and into the presence of God. And what you're trying to do is focus on what gets you into that loving state, into that joyous state, into that peaceful state. And for me, that gratitude is something so powerful because I've even realized it right now, or I realized it yesterday. So he was talking about like the energy of life, being able to get into that, and like how you have such a love for that tree or the small things in life, and that energy transfers to everything that you're doing. So for me, yesterday I was playing the game, and I was playing NBA 2K26, and I was playing as the San Antonio Spurs, and I was just playing and thinking about how grateful I am to have the San Antonio Spurs, who are a basketball team, currently be so damn good. And what I mean by this is I get to watch them pretty much every other day. And it's just something that, you can be like appreciative of it, but it's a different thing to feel that internal just pouring out of gratitude for God giving you that opportunity to have that in your life. And it's something where we realize sometimes we should be grateful for stuff, like grateful that we didn't get into a car accident the last time we drove, grateful that we woke up today and stuff like that. You can say that, but it's a different thing to really start to feel that. And when I heard about the gratitude mindset, at first I thought it was like, okay, once you're saying that, you need to be instantly into that, like instant feeling every time you're grateful for something, every time you're saying something. And you would feel bad if you don't feel that overwhelming feeling every time. But I think the trick is, for every single one of us, is that it's more so about getting into that groove and momentum, and it's something, the more that you continue to do it, even when you don't feel it necessarily, it starts to get you into that groove where you just start catching things that you're grateful for. And all of a sudden you're realizing, oh, there's this. And then one of those times it's going to be like, you're in the gratitude mindset so much that it's just overflowing, because it's like, dang God, like you've done so much stuff for me. Like, I'm so grateful for all this stuff. And it's more so training your attention to go towards that versus anything else. That's a powerful thing also. I'll talk about in another video. But all this stuff, the gratitude, but then also I like to visualize my day at the end of my night about how I want it to go, how I want that energy of life to be going. And for me, I like to visualize myself going in there with like actually working for God with my whole heart, overcoming the obstacles with gratitude, continuing to be joyous, continuing to rejoice, even when things come up, even when it's not gonna go perfect, and just thanking God for every little opportunity that I get to do. Here, yesterday, I visualized me doing this video and like thanking God for the opportunity to make this video. The practice that I want to get with like doing more facial expressions and stuff like that. I thanked him for that. It's just like all the things in there are being able to be grateful, and it's living it out. You start walking through that and you're living in that energy of life, the energy of God. And it's something that he talks about. He says it's the most powerful thing that you could do because all of a sudden you're unstoppable. Everything just feels completely different. And I never realized how amazing it is to be in this because I've always wanted to be, you see the athletes, they're out there giving it their all. Kobe Bryant, like damn, you see Kobe Bryant, he talks about all these freaking hard work ethics, waking up at 5 in the morning. A lot of times we don't know if that's something that we can get to. That's something like, is that just like Kobe Bryant or something like that? But the powerful distinction that Owen Cook talks about, he says that that's in every single dang one of us. And it's just about us tapping into that energy of life, tapping into that thing that you're passionate about, tapping into the thing where you can basically be able to look at a tree and start crying because you're just so grateful for the beauty of life. The beauty of life is around every single one of us. It's always there. But can we tap into it today and allow that to motivate us to continue to move us, and it gets our motor on the inside, our engine, our heart running on the best fuel possible, and it's going to be something where we are running on a different level. And I'm so excited for that for every single one of us, because I started waking up, man, and yesterday I was thinking about like in the past I was not able to do that at all, man. It was hard for me to get up in the morning. It was hard for me to get these videos done. It was hard for me to do certain things. It just kind of felt like sometimes you were dragging, or sometimes it was just like, it wasn't that same level of energy that it is today. And this is a completely different thing. And I know how grateful I am for that. And I hope you guys are able to do that and continue to tap into the energy of God today, so that you are able to perform your best. You are able to do your best and give your best today and live your best day today. Love you guys very much, man. Talk to you on the next video. Peace.